Hey, buongiorno, everybody. We're over here at Yettys. Finally, our new show beginning this year. It's probably, our fifth season.
No, Al said six.
Sixth season? Do you love it? We love it very much because Yettys is a great restaurant. Been around for a long time, since 1952. Amazing, amazing.
What years is that?
That's 48, 67 years, something like that.
Wow.
Yes. We want to start the show off. We're going to do tortellini today. We'll talk about a couple of things. One thing, you're going to be closed.
I close every year in February and July for a couple of weeks. This year it will be the 17th to March 4th. So the last 2 weeks of February we're closed.
This February.
And then the first 2 weeks of July, usually like right over the 4th.
And so, mark that on your calendar. And then here at Yettys, you're closed on Monday and Tuesday.
Yep.
We got the brand new parking lot now because some buildings were torn down and you made that parking lot almost double now, right?
Oh yeah, it's huge.
Every time we come by, all that street on Mohawk Street is jammed. Everybody's packed. Well, all you do is drive around the corner and even the lot gets full, but it's huge and it's always accommodating, correct?
Yes.
Yes. And naturally, Yettys is a Hall of Fame restaurant.
Naturally.
Pizza, unbelievable place. So today we're doing homemade tortellini. Let me ask you a question now.
Yes.
Is this tortellini or tortellano?
I have no idea. It's tortellini.
Well, it's funny. I got to tell you a quick story. The tortellini's been around from 1270 to 1470, believe it or not. And the story goes that this innkeeper had Venus stay at his inn, the beautiful Venus. And he was so taken by her beauty, he wanted to see her. So he tried to peek at her through the keyhole, right? And all he saw was her navel. So that inspired him to make the tortellini. Umbilical venere, they say.
Really?
Yes. Let's say it's a myth or it's real.
You think?
Bologna and Modena argue back and forth who actually came up with tortellini. But we'll see. But right now, Yettys Pizza is going to show you how to make, Italian restaurant is going to show you how to make tortellini. Go ahead. Let's start.
Okay, how do we start? First, we are going to, I'm not going to do the whole thing. I made the dough at home. I'm going to give you the recipe because we've made pasta dough here a million times. So Al's going to post the recipe. Basically, it's flour, oil, salt, egg. Knead it for about 3 minutes. You put it in the refrigerator, wrapped up to rest about a half an hour. This has already been made and rested. We're going to make a duxelle sauce or duxelle filling, which is basically a mushroom puree. It's French. It's spelled D-U-X-E-L-L-E-S. Everybody says duxelle, but I looked it up. It's duxelle because if you're French, the U is a U. So it's duxelle.
I'm hip. We're French and
a regular,
over here.
Then your basic cheese. So we're going to make 2 different fillings. And then I'm going to show you, if I have time, quickly how to just make different pastas. Like here's bow ties and here's noodles out of your pasta dough. So you can do a lot with this dough. I'm not going to tell you the recipe because Al is going to post it. It's very simple. It's easier if you use the KitchenAid. If you don't feel like kneading, just throw it in the KitchenAid for about 5 minutes and then in the fridge to rest. So this is made and resting. You're going to make your fillings. And this is hot, so don't lean on it. Basically, I have a pound of, put these in your food processor, mushrooms, any kind of mushrooms you want, stems, blah, blah, blah. Just make sure they're clean. Minced in your food processor. Couple of small shallots. You can use onions. I like shallots better because that's what I grow. Gardeners, if you grow onions, ditch it. Grow shallots. They last all the way till the next season.
Really?
Onions won't.
You have a big garden. Most of your stuff's here grown in the garden.
Shallots are the best. And clove of garlic. So you're going to put all that in your food processor. Maybe a couple of tablespoons of butter. You're going to saute your onions and garlic. Can you see this, Al?
That's a nice little hot plate. It saves a lot of time and effort there, going back and forth to the stove. It's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's neat.
You're going to saute those for a couple of minutes, and then you're going to add your mushrooms and basically cook the water out. You can put any spices you want in there. I like thyme. You can use basil, parsley.
Did you grow that thyme?
I did.
You did. God bless you. Where do you find the thyme?
On the back porch. Buzzing. Or no spice at all, but I like a little bit of thyme. And so
What
there.
is thyme like? Is it like
Smell
what?
it. Smell it. It's so-
Is it like? Is it like? We won't use that one.
we
But
won't use that.
I can hardly smell it though. What
You
is it
can't?
like? Is it like parsley or is it like?
No, I don't know. It's different. It's like maybe like oregano-ish.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so what the hell? While we're doing that, we're gonna make the basic cheese filling. You can use fine ricotta cheese. Yeah, keep stirring that. Or I like mascarpone because it's sweeter.
What is that, Mark?
Mascarpone cheese is
Cheese.
just, yeah, it's so freaking good. Just
Is
eat
it?
this on your bagels. Yeah, I can't say the brand, but it's mascarpone cheese.
Huh.
8 ounces.
I never heard of that. Of course, I don't know.
1 egg.
1 egg.
Half a cup of Romano.
I love that cheese.
Romano, Parmesan, whatever
Yeah,
you got.
yeah.
If you can get a block of it and grate it,
My grandma used to do that all the time. Your mom did too.
that's the
Always
best.
the big.
Always
chunk.
had a dry salt, pepper, not too much salt, because you got a lot of cheese in there. And basically, that's your cheese filling.
Look at that. That looks so marvelous there.
Okay. It looks a marvelous.
It looks so marvelous.
Looks a marvelous. Okay, so once you get that going, you're going to add your mushrooms. Why am I shaking? I hate doing these shows. I hate to tell you guys.
Yeah, but
I'm a
everybody loves
mess.
you. Why?
I don't-
Well, let me ask you, Uncle. Why are you a mess?
I don't know.
It's
I
only
get
a
so
feeling.
nervous.
There's only me, you, and Al and Sarah here. Who else is there? Pete, you got to think like this. People count on watching you and count on your recipes.
Oh, that makes me feel better.
Well, that's what you think about. You know.
All right, so the Duke cell, you're not making me feel any better. You're basically
Right.
cooking. You're going to see that your mushrooms,
What kind did you use?
I used oyster because that's what I had. But whatever kind of mushroom you like, I would use a couple of different kinds.
Like portobello or
Yeah, anything.
button mushroom?
Yep. Yep, so it's going to get really wet and you're going to want to cook the moisture out until it kind of starts sticking to the bottom of the pan. You don't want a really wet filling. This is going to harden up a little bit as it sits. And there you have your cheese filling.
How do you know when the moisture's out? Has it kind of a consistency to it?
What?
How do you know when the moisture's out of it?
I'm not answering that.
Huh?
I'm not answering that.
Well, I don't know.
This dough should be smooth and nice and soft. Now, the recipe is going to call for like 3.5 cups of flour, blah, blah, blah. If your eggs are huge, it all makes a difference, the size of your eggs and whatever. So when you're making it, it should not be grinding on your machine, or it shouldn't be impossible to knead. It should be kind of soft and pull away from the bowl. If the half a cup of water isn't enough, put a little bit more water. If it's too wet, add a little bit of flour. It's not rocket science here. This stuff pasta dough is...
It's very reasonable to make too,
It's
huh?
very-
Cost-wise.
Its cost is nothing.
Yeah,
Well,
I know. They hammer out there. You buy
so
it.
keep it covered because you don't want it to dry out.
Right. That's coming. I see the water coming out.
Yeah, it takes a few minutes. Have a little bit of flour on your board or your counter. We're going to attempt, if you have a pasta machine, you can use a pasta machine, bring it down to like setting 4. You want it as thin as possible. This was my grandmother's rolling pin, or it was what she used to beat the rugs out. I don't know, but I freaking love it.
Hey, they
I like
know
it
how to
better than-
innovate, though.
I like it better than a rolling pin. You can get it a rolling pin, you can't really get it too thin, and I'll show you why in a minute. Once you get your shape, these rings got to come off.
You could pick up something like that, a Lowe's, a dowel, or, you know.
It's got to be nice
Old
and
cane, you
hard.
just
It's
saw
got
it
to be
off.
hardwood.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like
mean,
oak.
I have no
Lasts
idea.
forever. Yeah,
it's
it's oak.
100 years old. So when you have, if you happen to have one of these, you're going to wrap it around and start pulling it away from you.
Ah. Oh, yeah, look. Yeah, technique.
And that's how you get a nice thin. You're going to do it until you get like almost see-through.
That's cool. Very
With a
cool.
rolling pin, you're going to just be, if you have a rolling pin, you're just going to be doing this. And you can kind of get it thin, but you can't.
The way you pull it to the outside like that.
You can't get it
Yeah.
like that.
Alibaba, you dig tortellini?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, good with sauce
No.
or in the broth.
Oh, yeah, you could do it in the broth. I forget what it's called. Brodo, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
How are
broth.
we doing it today?
I'm going to do it, I hope I have time, with peas.
Ah,
A simple, absolutely simple, and basically free sauce. It's like it's like a cream sauce, but you
yes.
use the pasta water. It's got cheese and pasta water.
I see. I see.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of simple things to make these things, but the big part of it is the technique, huh?
Yeah, I never used this for the longest time because I couldn't figure out how to use it. And then one day I'm like, I'm gonna figure this out because
You mean the roller?
yeah, because
Yeah.
it bothers me because I tried to use it like a rolling pin. It bothered me that I didn't know how to do it. And
Well,
when
how did you just trial and error?
No, when I was in Turkey, when they do these big flatbreads, that's what they do. And I just watched the lady. I'm like, oh, she's pulling it out.
What were they making in Turkey with the flatbread?
I forget what it's called. The bread. Oh, they make all. They just
Was it good?
eat it.
Did you
It's
try
fabulous.
it? Was it?
Yeah. Okay. So here you go.
That's why I use the flour so it doesn't stick. Yes, I
You
see.
kind of see through it. And this pasta dough is so forgiving. You could just beat the hell out of it and it wouldn't even matter. And I found this.
See, I see it's drying up a
and
little
I didn't
bit.
know what it was for years, but I believe, if somebody else knows what it is, tell me. I believe this is a tortellini maker
Huh.
because it makes the perfect size. If you don't have one of these, which you probably don't, all you have to do, or it could be a ravioli maker or whatever,
Yeah.
is just cut little squares, maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Now, once you get these cut, oh, I threw my bag out. Okay, we're just gonna have to work quick. Throw, shove these over, and you're gonna want to keep these covered.
They dry out quick. It's
Yeah,
being
I've already
thin
have
like
I
that.
have some made, and I'm just gonna show you how to do some. I'm not gonna do a ton.
I see. That's drying up nice.
Now you want to beat an egg, and you want to just hit it super lightly. You don't want to wet your dough,
What's the reason for that, Flea?
so they stick together.
Ah.
Oh, and I don't have a spoon, so we are going to improvise.
Want to use a spoon?
No. You want about 1/2 teaspoon, believe it or not. You don't want too much on there. About 1/2 teaspoon. You can put it in a pastry bag, but I always feel like there's so much left in the pastry bag, you're wasting it. And now, that's all. You hear it sizzling? All the moisture is pretty much out of there. I'm going to shut it off. And you would cool it. So,
Look at that,
it's
huh?
dry and stuck on there.
Tortellini fatti in casa.
You're
Mamma
gonna
mia.
Cool that in the fridge. I already have some tortellini made, so I'm just basically showing you the technique because I want to show you some other pastas you can make with this. You're going to pick up the two ends, and you're going to pinch
Look
it.
at that.
And
Almost
then
like a ravioli. Oh, I see. Look at that.
Ta-da!
Hence the umbilica thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
umbilical
these
verde.
are, I mean,
Look at that.
these are not as petite as I would like to make them. If I was home and not so nervous, I would probably have rolled my dough a little bit thinner.
You know, it looks easy, but it's not.
You're going to do one. You pinch
I
it.
don't know about that.
The dough,
Let
look,
me
you can
just
stretch
watch
it.
Yep,
You
I
can stretch-
see.
You don't have to stretch it that much, but you can. And then you're just going to pinch the...
Let me try that. Let me try that.
Good, because I'm going to put some pasta on.
So I picked this up over there. I put that there. And hit the ends a little bit. See, the cheese came out a little bit.
Okay, these are the tortellinis
And
I
then you
made
turn
yesterday.
it like this and put it together.
Okay? There's some mushroom and some cheese there. I'm going to cook these on the stove. They freeze fabulous.
Yeah, not bad, huh, Baba?
Frozen about 7 minutes.
Not
Fresh,
bad. Well, I'm not
5
going to
minutes.
quit my day job, though. Was that okay?
Nope.
See?
No, look, their filling's all leaking out. It doesn't even
Well, you
resemble.
put too much in there. It wasn't my
It does
fault.
not resemble anything
I
like
didn't.
a belly button.
I went to college for this. I'll have you know.
What college was that you
I
went
went to Excalibur College for Tortellini and Tortellino.
in Tortellino
Yeah, $54. That probably wasn't
for the
expensive
year?
enough, huh?
For the year?
No, 6 months.
Okay, see, there's a little one. Let's see if we can make a little petite one.
Did everything you did, but I didn't come out that way.
Well, because I left you for 1 minute.
I'm hip.
See, that's overfilled, but you just
Oh, see, that's what I didn't do. I didn't elongate the edges too much.
you pinch it. So
Yes.
don't pinch the filling.
You
Just pinch
dig,
the
yeah,
edge
I'm
of the
hip. And then
filling.
when you fold in, it don't come out. And then you put a space in there with your little finger. I see that now.
So let's see. You can do anything you want.
That's a nice knife.
I cut these in half, and you just pinch it right there.
That's the bow ties?
Yep.
Oh, look at that. Very cool. And when you just put them in salted water, right? And boil it? Is that how you make them?
Or you can dry them.
Oh, you mean just dry?
No, you can dry them. You don't have to
Oh, in the
cook them
dryer,
right now.
you mean? Or just out on a tray?
You can dry them right out on a tray.
And you can eat them like that?
No, you have.
Oh, then you cook them. You got to remember, I'm a novice. I don't know my
I
ass
don't
from a
even know.
hologram.
You're giving a bad name to a novice. A novice knows something.
I'm not even that, you know?
No.
What I know, I learned
less
from
than a
you.
novice. Okay. So there's your bow ties. You leave them. If you pick them up, it doesn't really work that good. You have to leave them flat on the table and just
Technique,
pinch.
technique, Alibaba.
Technique.
And there's your little bow ties.
Yep, that's neat.
They're fun.
Yes?
You could cut them with like a ribbon, like a serrated ravioli cutter, and they make a pretty little edge. If you're wondering what my house looks like when I cook, that's basically it. Except that, oh, look, you did it.
Hey, come on, you got to...
All right. I don't have time for this.
If you got leftover dough like that, what'd you do? Toss it or
No,
make
you
something else?
roll,
Oh, you
roll it
reuse
back
it
up
all.
in a ball, and
And use it
I'm
up.
going to make tortellini for my family.
I see. Okay, very good.
When
Oh.
you cook the tortellini, you drop it in boiling water, and then you lower it so it's simmering. You don't want to bust all the...
Okay,
Stuff
let's
out.
show this last macaroni, and if you
No.
want,
No, we got a minute.
we're at 19. We want to show some,
Oh, all right.
you know?
Skip it.
All
So if you're gonna make this one, you're gonna roll it like I did, and leave the rolled pasta on the thing. Then you're gonna slide it out while it's still rolled up,
Ah,
and then just chop it.
that's for noodles?
Yes.
Very good.
So
well-
no, we are not done.
Okay, we're not done, said the boss.
Oh well, we cannot. We don't have to show this thing.
No, we want to go out and show the food, though. Or we're not doing that.
Do you want to not do the tortellini with peas?
No, we
Okay.
want to show our food.
Okay.
Definitely, we have
Okay.
time for
So
that. People
listen
love
to
that.
me. I'm just gonna tell you quick. You talked through the whole thing. You robbed these people of this dish. Why move your hand?
Well, what are you gonna
So you normally would take your pasta, fry up some butter and onions, a couple tablespoons of butter, a little bit of onion. Take your tortellinis, throw it in your butter and onion. Don't throw it, take it right out like this so it's wet. Throw in about quarter to a half a cup of pasta sauce and a good handful of Romano cheese. It'll turn it in your peas. It'll turn into a creamy sauce.
Done.
Sorry, I couldn't show
We're
you.
going out and look at the chow. Sorry, talk too much.
It's all right. You suck.
All right, show us what you got here. Wow, look
Well,
at the
we're going to start
desserts.
with dessert first before it melts. This is chocolate raspberry fried dough.
You have another type of that, too, don't
I
you?
have house glaze, which is like a glazed donut, powdered sugar, cinnamon and sugar, garlic, Parmesan.
Wow. Beautiful.
It's delish.
What's that?
That's cheesecake.
Wow.
That's my cheesecake.
It's amazing.
And
It's so delicious, that
it's-
cheesecake.
It is delicious.
Unbelievable.
Uh-huh.
Unbelievable. Yeah, yeah.
All right. All right. This is what I tried to make you, and Charlie ate all my time up. So this is your tortellini.
That's what I do.
You cook it 5 minutes or so if it's fresh. If you froze it, 7 or 8 minutes. Scoop it out of the water into your pan that you have sauteed
Unbelievable.
shallots, and you can put garlic if you want. Basically, sauteed onions and butter. Saute them until they're translucent. Throw your wet tortellini in there. Stir it around with a good handful of cheese. I'm going to say half a cup to 3/4 of a cup of Romano, Parmesan, whatever your choice is. Stir it around and then start adding some of the pasta water to it to thin it out a little bit. Throw your peas in,
Very
a little bit
nice.
of black pepper, and it is delicious.
Beautiful, beautiful.
It really is.
Tortellini fatti in casa. Maran.
So
Oh, yeah, man.
you can do this with any pasta. Make that sauce. It's like an Alfredo without cream. Isn't that good?
Oh,
I know.
outstanding.
I wish I could do this for customers. If I had a really
It's-
small place and
Yeah,
I was a
yes,
chef,
a specialty.
I would totally do this.
Unbelievable.
Thanks, G.
Bring it right in, brother.
Um,
Yeah, look at that. What
Thank
do
you,
you just
darling.
bring there?
that's linguine red clam.
Yeah.
That is just
Linguine
plain
red
pasta.
clam. Wow.
Mhm.
I gotta
So-
try that.
Oh, wow, I added too much salt. Holy crap, that's salty.
What, this?
Go easy on this. Don't salt.
Delicious.
You think?
Oh, my God. I never had this. Never.
I know, because I just made it up.
No, I mean, I never.
You never had pasta and peas?
Never.
Oh, you want another good dish, guys? Just saute some, just same thing, onions and oil or butter. Throw a whole can of peas. These were frozen peas. Use a can of peas with the juice and all right in the butter and onion. And then throw half a can of water and then break up.
Simplicity,
kind of
but so
pasta in it.
delicious. My God.
This
That's
is
why this restaurant's a Hall of Fame
this is
restaurant.
linguine red clam.
Wow, look at that. Set that right here. I got to try
I
some.
don't use the fresh clams, first of all, because they're really hard to get off season. And I think you get more, I can give you more if I use the canned whole and chopped clams.
Is this
which I
marinara
personally-
sauce?
Yeah, this
With-
is my chunky.
Yep.
It's the same as this. This is just,
yeah.
if you order rigatoni, just plain pasta. I never show plain pasta because I think it's kind of boring. Here, you want to,
No, I just
high
want to
chair, a
try
bib?
one. I'm so,
but it's delicious. Just regular
Out of this
pasta. I
world.
eat this all the time and I like it cold
that's
out of the fridge.
a rigatoni, right?
Yeah.
Do you have stuffed rigatonis? Do you ever do those?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I
no
used to
big deal.
sell them. That was like an 80s thing. I used
Oh,
to
those
sell
are
them back.
fantastic.
You get these all the time.
Oh my God. And it's the real mushrooms. You know, other places I tried these, they got the canned mushrooms, they bred those. Those are regular
No.
mushrooms. Yes, they do.
I never heard of that.
That's what they do.
This is your salad and bread that comes with all of your dinners. So if you just came in and ordered pasta, I think it's like $12, $13, you would get all
Unbelievable.
of that. And you would
Unbelievable.
be a very happy camper because that sauce is outstanding. I must
Your
say so
sauce is
myself.
out of this world.
Hand breaded mushrooms, whole mushrooms, fresh, hand breaded, deep fried. Pasta vazul,
Pasta Vazul
My
is out of
favorite.
this world.
cold out of the fridge. That is my absolute favorite.
My God. And the little dumplings in there?
So the pasta that's in here is what I just showed you how to make today, except
Yeah.
I make a little rope.
See, that's got the,
Flatten
and I
the
mean,
rope
they're
out and I
loaded with
just
dumplings in there.
chop it.
Loaded. Unbelievable. This is so delicious. I can't get by this. How about your wedding soup?
Yeah, that's always.
You got to
I'm
buy
always
that
sell-
earlier. You can't get it.
I was just gonna say I'm out. I can't. I'm always selling out of that.
Beautiful.
It's very good.
Beautiful. How much time, Bob?
Got about
Well, so
3 minutes left.
Yep.
well, did you get a
Is there anything more
good
coming out or
food porn of that? Can I say porn on your channel?
why not?
Well,
Yes.
if I were eating that at home, I would put about 2 inches of Romano, a whole layer of red pepper, garlic powder, salt and pepper. You can't even see my pasta after.
I
Okay,
sure
that's a
can.
personal. I want to show you guys personal and a calzone sub, which is exclusive to Yettys as far as I know until now. I mean, up until now. This is fresh dough, reopened
Oh,
with
look at that. What is
it's
that?
got melted cheese, whatever your choice of cheese is. And then it's got your sub ingredients in there. That's an Italian sub. So
what's
it's
the meat that's in there?
salami and ham.
Ah, very nice.
And then
Very
you
nice.
would pour your dressing on it,
Yeah. Wow.
stand over the garbage so it drips, and eat. This is outstanding. Wrap it up, half today, half tomorrow. I don't know how anybody could eat a whole one.
Can you see that, Al?
I can.
It's got
you
the
sure
mushrooms
someone
right in there.
made
Oh my
canned
God.
mushrooms?
That's a whole mushroom right there. And that sauce. What is that sauce? Garlic.
Horsey mayo.
Oh, the dynamite. Unbelievable.
Personal red, white, and green. This is the size of our personals. I make them myself, so sometimes they're a little bigger, sometimes they're a little smaller. Don't. That's why I can't tell you how many inches. Roughly, that's the size of them.
Yep. And
And
the pasta fazool, please. So delicious. And these mushrooms, you got to try them. Oh my God.
those are really good.
And how many different kinds of sandwiches like that you got?
4 or 5. You
What's
can
that
make whatever
called?
you want. It's called a calzone sub. So you just order a calzone,
Calzone sub.
Tell them what
Whatever
you
you
want.
want.
I have a couple of different ones: turkey club, chicken bacon ranch.
Of course,
This is the Italiano. But you say you wanted ham and American cheese and banana peppers. Just
could you
say,
do
I want-
sausage with that if you wanted?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing to mention your homemade sausage has been
So-
around for 50, 60 years. And let's not
Oh my
forget
God! Look at that.
let's not forget the
Who's
pizzas,
gonna bite this? Me?
sausage combinations, red, white, and green,
my
pile
God.
driver, all these beautiful pizzas, sausage, peppers, please.
Guys,
You've never been to Yettys.
if you've
come out
never
on-
tried this, skip the rest. This is good.
It's good. We'll cut a piece off that and when we're done here. Leisha?
Closed on Monday, Tuesdays.
Yes.
Closed for break. End of February.
March 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, for last 2 weeks, Feb. Parking in the back. If you come down Mohawk Street and you see Yettys, just keep going to the end of the street. Take a right. There's a big parking lot in
Huge.
the back. Delivery online. You just go to yettys.com. Small catering. Upstairs, 30 people, 25, 30 people.
What time are you
Off the
open
menu,
from?
11 to 9.
11
Dining
to 9.
room closes at 8.
Tuesday through
Tuesday
Sunday?
through Sunday.
Yep.
Full bar.
Oh, it's about the
We have-
drinks.
Oh yeah, we have
Quick.
these Long Island iced tea, White Russian. They're fabulous. I know they're in a can, and I can make you a fresh one.
People
but
are
these
going for this like
outstanding.
crazy.
They're really
It's
good.
simple. It's wonderful.
There's a boatload
It's
of alcohol in it
inexpensive.
too.
Yeah, they're pretty powerful. You got to be
And
careful.
we have your regular White
designated
Claws,
driver when you
beer,
do.
IPAs,
Well,
draft.
thank you, Felicia. I love you with all my heart.
I love you too.
Come down to Yettys. You'll never
Thank
be
you, guys.
sorry, everybody. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Al and Sarah.
Thank you, Al and Sarah.